Wind howled through the barren trees, and the moon cast eerie shadows on Hollow Manor, a decaying mansion that had long been abandoned by the living. Locals whispered about the horrors that plagued the old place, and teenagers dared each other to venture inside, but few ever returned. Lucas had always been curious about the legends surrounding Hollow Manor. He had heard tales of strange noises, ghostly apparitions, and a malevolent presence that seemed to lurk within its crumbling walls. One chilly autumn evening, he decided to investigate the abandoned mansion, armed with nothing but a flashlight and his courage. As Lucas approached the imposing entrance, the front door creaked open ominously, as if inviting him in. Hesitating for a moment, he gathered his nerve and stepped inside. The air was heavy with the scent of decay, and the floors groaned under his weight. He explored room after room, each more decrepit than the last. Dusty old furniture, tattered curtains, and broken mirrors reflected the mansion's former grandeur. In one room, Lucas stumbled upon a rusted music box, its haunting melody filling the air as if played by unseen hands. He shivered, but continued his exploration. As he ascended the creaking staircase, Lucas felt an icy hand brush against his shoulder. Startled, he spun around, but there was no one there. He dismissed it as a figment of his imagination and continued his ascent. At the top of the stairs, he found a corridor lined with portraits of stern-faced individuals. Their eyes seemed to follow him, their expressions growing darker with each step he took. Lucas entered a bedroom covered in thick layers of dust and cobwebs. An ornate, long-forgotten vanity stood in one corner, its mirror cracked and shattered. He caught a glimpse of his own reflection, but it was distorted, his face twisted into a grotesque mask. Panic welled up inside him, and he hurried out of the room. The hallway led to a small, dimly lit library. Ancient books lined the shelves, their pages yellowed with age. Lucas picked up a leather-bound tome and began flipping through its pages. As he read, he realized that it contained the diary of a young woman named Eliza who had lived in Hollow Manor many years ago. Eliza's words described a tragic tale of love and loss. She had been deeply in love with a man named Samuel, but their love had been forbidden by her family. Desperate to be together, they had made a dark pact, one that had unleashed a malevolent force upon the mansion. Eliza's diary spoke of strange occurrences, eerie whispers in the night, and her growing fear of Samuel, who had become a vessel for the entity they had summoned. Lucas's heart pounded as he read on, realizing that he was not alone in Hollow Manor. The malevolent presence that had tormented Eliza still lingered, and it was growing stronger. He knew he had to leave, but the doors had slammed shut behind him, trapping him inside. Desperate, Lucas retraced his steps, searching for an exit. The walls seemed to close in on him, and the air grew thick with an oppressive darkness. He heard whispers in the shadows, beckoning him to stay, to become a part of the cursed mansion. Finally, Lucas reached the room with the cracked mirror. As he gazed at his distorted reflection, he felt a cold breath on his neck, and a voice whispered, "Join us." In a moment of sheer terror, he smashed the mirror, shattering the cursed enchantment that held him captive. With a deafening roar, the mansion seemed to come alive, its walls twisting and contorting. Lucas ran for his life as the very structure of Hollow Manor sought to ensnare him. He burst through the front door, collapsing onto the cold ground outside. As he looked back, the mansion crumbled into a pile of rubble, its malevolent presence vanquished. Lucas knew he had narrowly escaped a fate worse than death. The legends of Hollow Manor were no longer mere tales, but a chilling reality that would haunt him for the rest of his days. From that day forward, Lucas never spoke of his harrowing encounter, but the memory of the haunted Hollow Manor would forever linger in the darkest corners of his mind, a reminder that some mysteries were better left untouched, some places better left abandoned, and some stories better left untold